Alright guys, welcome back to WolfPackCryptos and MMGinvest. I'm having technical difficulties again. So much going on. Markets are dumping again. Let me check if I have sound. First of all, this is not financial advice. Please consult your financial advisor. Equities, cryptocurrencies, everything right now is extremely volatile, extremely risky. Do not invest in anything you're not willing to lose or lose sleep over. And place your stops, have your emotions out. Let's see if I have sound. Alright, sounds good. Alright, so the market's dumped again. Today's Friday. It's Take Back Friday. Those mixed earnings reports. Amazon's not doing too great. The revenue's down. And the FANG stocks and the Russell 2000, like I said, and the NASDAQ is leading the sell-off. They actually put it on mainstream media, and I've been saying this for like a week, 2 weeks now. NASDAQ and Russell 2000, the smaller companies leading the sell-off. Alright, so gold took off. FANG stocks, they're getting wrecked. And this is the newsroom of Wolfpack Cryptos. Also, if you're interested in gold, silver, metals, and all that, and the economy, I'm going to eventually separate these two when I find time, because I have to do research to prepare just in case if this market continues to fall. This is the MMGinvest chat group. You could, the links should be below this video. If not, go to the Wolfpack Cryptos free room, and it's pinned at the top here, right? It's right there. So, you know, we're doing everything here. Cryptos, metals, you name it. Alright, so let's get into the TA real quick. The FANGs, you can see right here, they just hit major support. They've given back gains from the beginning of 2018. They've given back all of their gains, even 18. So they're sitting on major support. Here's gold, here's silver on the right. Gold broke out, and it almost went to $12.50 per ounce. Silver didn't break out as much, but it's harder for silver to break out. But once silver breaks out, it's going to lead gold much, much higher. And I think once, let's go to a daily chart on the metals. This was a 4-hour chart. The bull market, you could officially say once silver is above 17 bucks and gold is above 13.50, it's going to be in a raging bull market. But by then, the stock market and everything should be like crashing. All right, so, you know, you haven't missed out on the buying opportunities. The junior gold mining stocks, the ones that are going to take off like rockets, those are, they definitely caught a bid today. A lot of them are up over 5%. But it's still early in the game. Alright, so what's going to happen with the stock market? I drew this chart a while ago, and I added some corrections. So the correction, the dot-com bubble, when that popped, late 90s, 2000, that correction was 50%, but a lot of it was on the NASDAQ. I think it was much more on the NASDAQ, like 76, 80%, something like that. So, but that was a 50% on the S&P 500. The mortgage-backed security crisis, the recession of 2008, that was a 56.8% retracement or correction. All right. Now in 2016, when the Federal Reserve started raising interest rates, that was a 15% correction. Now it's a lot of people say it's 20% and you're in a bear market, but 15% to me, once you get past 15%, you could say we're in a bear market. And it's not just a correction, we're going into a bear market. So in 2016, the first rate hikes, and prior to the first rate hikes, we had a 15% correction historically. And then right now, currently, we're at we just dipped to 11% correction in the past like week or so. All right. Here's the NASDAQ 100 E-mini. It's catching a bid right now, which is good, because we do not want to close Friday. Right now it's 12:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time, Friday, October 26th. We do not want to, this is a 1-hour chart of the NASDAQ E-mini. We don't want to close down here prior to the weekend, because if we do, we want to take out this previous low, and we want the NASDAQ to close preferably above 7,000. If we close where we're at right now or lower, that really sets up the weekend for investors to think and get really worried, and then maybe Monday we'll have like a Black Monday. And it's a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's very possible. So we don't want to close the markets this Friday this low. Now, if we do, we'll see what happens on the opening on Monday. We could keep, we'll see. What else do we have here? All right, so the VIX took off like a rocket. Gold took off. The 10-year, it's right above 3%. The US dollar also caught a bid. It's a 96.6 handle. The Dow and the S&P right now are catching a bid. Here's a daily chart. So this candle right here with this giant wick, that's good. That means someone's stepping in to buy this dip. So let's hope the equities close on a positive note. Well, it's not going to close on a positive note, but let's hope it closes above the lows and above the open that we had today, right? This is a 4-hourly chart. Let's take it back to a daily on the S&P. This is the S&P. So if today closes higher than the opening price at 4 p.m. in about like 3.5 hours, that might be good for Monday, because Monday everyone could buy the dip. So we do want to see this happen. Let's make that blue, my OCD. So this candle right here, that's a dip buying candle. It's a hammer, right? So that is signaling that the correction's over with for now, and we're going to get a nice bounce. And let's hope that's what happens. Now, looking at the long term, here's the financials. It's catching a bit as well. 4-hourly chart. Here's major support at 35. This is the ProShares Ultra financials. And the financials were also hit really hard, as the FANG stocks. So let's see if we get a nice bounce. Today we closed the market today with a bounce, and then that sets up next week for a possible dip buying opportunity. But I don't know. I'm staying out of any. I'm staying away from equities right now. I'm not trading this stuff. It's way too volatile, and I know it's overvalued in the long term, right? So looking at the macros and stuff like that, gold and silver was definitely a safe haven buy. Here's a Fibonacci. The Fibonacci support, the first one, which is the first is the 23%, right? The support on that, the 23.6%. On the S&P 500, this is a weekly chart, by the way, so major support is at 2400, and we are far from 2400. All right, so even if the stock market continues to sell off, there's major support on the weekly at 2400. But I honestly think if the price goes that far down, it's definitely gonna put us in a bear market for years to come. Now I've talked about this. If Trump loses control, if the conservatives lose the House or the Senate, then the Dems are going to try to impeach Trump, and it's going to cause the stock market to dump. I mean, it's going to bring in the recession, the hyperinflationary depression, wherever that leads, and then the likelihood of Trump getting reelected is slim to none. And that could usher in like a lost decade of just bear markets. And then who knows who will come after Trump. If the economy gets bad enough in the next 2 years, then maybe people will vote for a socialist president or something. And that's pretty much the end of Western civilization, probably for the rest of our lifetimes. I don't want to scare anyone, but these are my beliefs and my theory. And, have your own, whatever. But that's what I think. So this midterm election is probably, it's just as important as the presidential election 2016, and it's going to be a deciding factor if this market could rebound or crash. And even if the conservatives do stay in power, we'll see if the market could rebound, or maybe it'll just trade sideways for some time and then correct anyways, because at the end of the day, it's a giant bubble. All right. And these are my thoughts and opinions, not financial advice. So far, it was 11% correction. We could recover from that. All right. It's not the end of the world just yet, although it was pretty scary so far. And we'll see how Monday trades again. This weekend, I am going to finish my research on the mining stocks and whatnot. And then I'll put up the website and the shopping cart and all that. You guys have to join the MMG free Telegram chat and email me, and I'll put out the information in all the news groups and Wolfpack Cryptos news, and I'll put it out in the MMG, and I'll let you guys know on video as well. I'll make videos this weekend. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed this video, found it informative, click the like, share the video, check us out in the free Telegram groups, the free newsroom of Wolfpack Cryptos, where I keep you guys updated on my thoughts. And there's a free room where you guys can share ideas, talk about whatever, share and whatnot about cryptos. And then there's the metals, MMG, and then there's the private room to Wolfpack Cryptos, where we provide you guys altcoin research, ICO analysis. I share my trades when there are trades, and yeah. Also, let me look at Bitcoin for a second. It's not doing anything. I mean, it's just trading sideways. There's no correlation to the stock market whatsoever. And it's still bearish to me. I still think it's going to drop. So I'm still in cash on cryptos as well. Alright guys, until next time. And I can't answer your comments. I have like a meeting in like 20 minutes. Alright, I have to go. Until next time.